Hi, Donna. Leonard Parker here with Financier SEO. Came across your website today and I want to put together this video just to show you some areas of opportunity that I think you can take advantage of to expand your web presence and really to get more traffic and more leads through your website. So this video is going to be broken down into three parts. First, I will focus on your website and some of the on-page SEO factors that are affecting your website rankings in Google and just some overall convert ways to convert better on your website. The second thing I will discuss are some of the more technical aspects of your website that affect your SEO and also your user experience when a potential client lands on your website. In the last part of this video, I will focus on your off-page SEO, and that's pretty much broken down into business listings and citations and other backlinks. So I'll start right in here with your homepage. So the first thing I notice here, the text here in this is called the hero area. It's very hard to read. So if you do want to stay with this picture of regions filled, I suggest that maybe you make this picture a little bit darker so that this text stands out more and people can easily read it. Another idea I have for your homepage, I see that you have this picture. It's a lovely picture, but I think, especially in 2017, video is a lot more effective than picture at, really introducing, welcoming people to your website, really, helping them get a first impression of you. And I think the video, it's a lot more powerful than a picture or text. So that's something, it could be very simple, just as you took this picture at your desk. If you have a webcam on your computer, you can do a simple video, and it doesn't have to be anything longer than 5 or 6 minutes, but really just introducing people to your website, maybe giving a brief introduction about your firm, and really detailing the unique value that you offer your clients and what sets you apart from other advisors in the Birmingham area. And so also here, you'll notice that there is a not secure message when someone lands on your website. So I'm using Google's Chrome browser. And what that tells me is that you don't have what's called a SSL certificate installed on your website. Now, if you click through to this message, it says your connection to this site is not secure. You should not enter any sensitive information on a site, for example, passwords or credit cards, because it could be stolen by attackers. Now, uh, from what I've seen on your website, it doesn't look like you are asking anyone for their credit card information. You're not selling any products. But just from a trust building standpoint, this isn't a great first impression. Someone's not familiar with your firm, and that's one of the first messages they see when they land on your site. So it's not very good for the user experience in building that trust. Also, as far as your Google rankings, your this is something that can affect your rankings. There have been recent studies that have shown that over 50% of page one rankings, so the top 10 results, have what's called the security SSL certificate. And just so you see what that looks like, you'll see that it starts with the HTTPS, and then it has this lock symbol and it says secure. And this is not a Google Chrome browser issue. There will be a similar message across all browsers. So definitely recommend that's something that you take care of. My company, we offer a hosting plan where we would do this SSL installation for free, and we would also just manage your hosting and take care of any technical issues that you're having with your website. And so that's actually one more thing I wanted to point out for your home page. So there is no clear call to action here. So I know you say learn more, but I imagine that your main objective for people landing on your website and potential clients is for them to schedule an appointment with you. And typically when someone lands on a website, they read in an F-shaped pattern. So they'll land here. This is the first thing they would see. I would highly recommend moving your logo here and replacing the text. Um, and then they'll read across here. They might, decide, okay, I'll click the contact button, and then they'll scroll down, read some more text, and then keep scrolling down until they reach the end of your page and find what they're looking for. But I highly recommend that for every page of your website, you include your a link or a button to schedule an appointment with you, and you also include your firm's phone number so that they can easily give you a call when needed. Because right now they have to scroll all the way down here, and then again, this text is somewhat difficult to read in order to find your phone number. So you definitely want to make that as easy as possible to find. So you see many websites that are designed for conversion optimization. They include that call to action and that phone number right here at the top right. Now I'm going to click through to your services page. So I see here you have information about your different service offerings. So you have a little snippet here about investment management, a little snippet here about financial planning, and some snippets about being a CFP and a NAPFA organization. And I highly recommend that you put put this content on different pages. So what that will look like, you would have your main tab, it's services, but then you would have different sub tabs in a drop down window, and you would have a tab for investment management, one for financial planning. And you might even want to break this down even further, where you have a tab for tax planning, you have a tab for personal insurance, um, and then you have a tab for your CFP and your NAPFA information. And you probably want to build this content too. So I recommend having at least 500 words of content. And not only does this help give your potential clients more information about your service offering, but it gives you more opportunities to use keywords that you can use to rank in Google. And that's, I think this is a top area of priority because this is really how you're going to improve your ranking. You can think of every new page that you added on your website with good content. That's just another placeholder in the search engine results for people to find you. And the whole idea of marketing is you want to give people as many opportunities to find you as possible. And one more thing here, and this is really goes for every page on your website. So this little box that just popped up here is called your page title or title tag in SEO speak. And this pretty much tells Google exactly what your page is about. So it knows which search phrases to rank you for. And it also tells people who land on your website or who see your website in the search engine results what that page is about, so they know if it's relevant to what they're looking for. So these are also a very important part of on-page SEO. And I highly recommend, as you already have, you include your firm's name, but you really need to include exactly what services you're offering, being very specific. Because what you have here now, services, that can apply for any service-based business. So I recommend that you change this so at the beginning of the tag you will have financial planning services or financial consulting services. It looks like that you're based in Birmingham, so I would definitely include Birmingham Financial Consulting Services or Birmingham Financial Advisory Services, something like that. And then at the end of that tag, it would have your firm name, and you would separate it with what's called a pipe. So this symbol here, and that's really the format I recommend for every page on your website. So as I just mentioned, for your investment management page, you want to have uh, Birmingham Investment Management, and then have your the pipe symbol and then your firm name. And that's really what help you rank well and be more optimized for the type of search phrases that people are looking for that are related to your services. So definitely, that's a big area of opportunity. Lastly, your blog. And I saw that you didn't have any blogs, and I get it. It's when you're running your own business, it's very difficult to make time to write blogs. But going back to my point about adding different services pages, the more blog articles that you write, the more chances you give people to find you, and especially if you're promoting those blogs correctly. Now, I understand I'm a business owner as well. It's very difficult to stay consistent with blogging, but there are some ways you can make this easier. You can decide just to do one blog per month and do that for a year. But make sure that you consistently blog, add your monthly blog, and make sure that it's answering questions that your target demographic may have about their finances. Another strategy you can use, instead of actually writing a blog, you can get an app on your smartphone that just transcribes what you're saying. So let's say, for example, you want to you have a spiel that you want to add about retirement planning, or something new that came down in government regulations that offers new opportunities for your target demographic. Well, you can just simply turn on that app and then just give your take on it. And what that app would do is transcribe your message, and then you can just spend a few minutes going back in and editing, um, making sure that the blog is easy to read and it's logical. So that's another area of opportunity. Another way you can blog more consistently is what's called content curation. So instead of writing a full-length blog, you can follow five or six, different blogs or websites out there related to financial services where you really agree with their standpoint on different financial issues. Um, and what you can do, so let's say once a week, you can take three or four of the top blogs that you think will really resonate well with your target demographic, compile them in one piece, but then add your commentary to each blog, or you can have a you know a high level commentary. And really, that does two things. First, you're providing your site visitors and your clients with relevant information that's new and updated, but you're also adding your unique spin to the content. So, and that really helps content freshness and adding new content to your website. It gives people a reason to keep following you. Let's say they're not ready to make a decision on working with a financial consultant, where let's say you're adding consistent, helpful content and over a course of a few months, that really builds the trust and they might decide to give you a call. Content freshness is also a major ranking factor in Google, so definitely it can help you, it can benefit your website and just your sales process in many ways. So, and then as I mentioned, just probably more important than creating the content is promoting it. So I see that you have a Facebook page here, but you want to make sure that you're spreading that content, you're syndicating it across many different social media platforms and what are called Web 2.0 properties. And some of the more popular Web 2.0 properties include Tumblr.com, WordPress.org, Medium, and these would be branded properties. So even though it's on the WordPress.org site, your page would be called Westband Financial Consultants PC. And then that's just another place that you can put your content and another opportunity that you can use, you can leverage for potential clients to find you. And that pretty much wraps up my review of your website. Now I'll delve into the second part of this video, which are some of the more technical aspects that affect your SEO. So first thing, I ran your website through Google's mobile friendly test tool, and great news, it's mobile friendly. So that's a major ranking factor, and more people are using their mobile phones. So it's great that you're ahead of the curve there. So again, my feedback, maybe think about editing this image so that it's a little darker and the text is easier to read, or maybe just using a different image altogether. Now, this next page we're looking at are the results from Google's Page Speed Insights tool. And pretty much what this tool does, it's a free tool. I plug in your URL and Google gives you a score on a scale of 100 of just how fast your website loads. And you can see it gives you a score for the mobile version of your website, and it also gives you a score for the desktop version. And I really like to see these scores at a minimum of 85 out of 100. And you can see here you're really close with your desktop score, so I would definitely, just a few fixes there. But for your mobile score, there's definitely a big area for improvement. So if you're looking for the one fix that will give you 80% of the results that you're looking for as far as page speed, it's usually something related to your website hosting. I've worked with clients where just a simple change of their hosting company and these scores have boosted 20 to 30 points within a week. So that's really important, not only from a ranking standpoint, it is a ranking factor in Google, but just from a user experience standpoint. If a potential client, they don't have too much spare time, they come across your website during their lunch break or while they're in line at the grocery store, you want to make sure that your website loads as quickly as possible so they can get the information they need to know whether or not they want to give you a call or, at least know that they want to follow you going forward. So definitely, I would highly encourage you to work on this mobile loading speed. Now, going into the last part of the video, I'm going to talk about your off-page SEO. So pretty much this is the SEO that's not directly on your website. And this first tool that we're looking at is called Moz Local. And really this tool, it evaluates how your business is presented on different websites across the web. And it's really looking at important websites like Facebook, Google My Business, Foursquare, Yelp, and you can see here there are several others. And it gives you a score on a scale of 100 just how well you're doing. So you can see here you have a 74, which if you haven't did any work with this, is actually a great start. But you can see there's definitely some room for improvement here. And the biggest opportunity are fixing your incomplete listings. So on some of these websites, you don't have a listing at all, which is pretty simple. You just go in there and you add a listing. And then for some of these other websites, you're missing information. So you can see here, this is for your Google Plus page or Google My Business page. This red bubble here tells me that you're missing some images that you can showcase more of your business, and then you're also missing some information about your business category. So definitely, that's something. If we were to work together, that would be an area I would focus on cleaning up, just so that you can have a better, consistent web presence. Another opportunity, and this is something I want to point out here. So you can see here, this is how Google sees your address and business information. If this is incorrect, then you definitely have an issue, but let's assume that it is. You can see here on your Insider Pages listing, your address is listed at 800 Providence Park 200, whereas with your Google listing, it has the number, the pound sign in front of the 200. Now that might seem very insignificant, but in Google's eyes, you have to remember that as smart as Google's algorithms are, it's still a robot. And it can't discern like a human by landing on your website whether you're a credible financial advisory firm. So the way it does this, it has these lists of important websites that if you're a business owner, only business owners would put their businesses on them. And the way it can tell if a website is or a business is credible or not, making sure that the business name is consistent across the board, making sure the address information is consistent across the board, your phone number, your website URL, and so forth. And as you can see here, it's giving you a red flag because your your address isn't quite consistent. So, along with the incomplete listings, that would be something else that I would work on for your listings. And so that's your business listings and citations. The second part of your off-page SEO are called backlinks, and this is commonly referred to as link building. And what I've done here, I have plugged in your website URL along with some of your local competitors, and this what this tool does is search the web and see how many websites are linking back to you. So there are a lot of different metrics here, but really the only metrics you need to focus on at this point are the number of referring domains and the number of backlinks. And referring domains and backlinks, if I could use an example from high school, let's say that you ran for class president in high school and your best friend, he or she voted for you 100 times. Great friend, right? And let's say your opponent, they had 100 friends that voted for them once each. Obviously, your opponent's going to win that election because those 100 votes from 100 different people are weighted more heavily than those 100 votes from your one friend. And it works the same way with referring domains and backlinks. You can think of referring domains as your friends online. So other websites who like your firm, who like the content you put out, and they decided to link back to you. Whereas backlinks are the votes that they send your website. So one website, one friend online can send you multiple votes. And you can see here I've sorted this list by from most to least. You can see here your website only has one friend, unfortunately, online. And your top competitor here, they have 71. So you can see that's a gap of about 70 friends. So once we take care of some of these other issues, my team and I, we would definitely come in here and work to get you more friends online so that you get more backlinks. Backlinks, they are a very important part of Google's algorithm and how it ranks websites. And not only Google, but Bing and some of the other major search engines also use backlinks as a major ranking factor. So you definitely want to make sure that your website is well optimized there. And our backlinking strategy is simple. We focus on relevant websites that are authoritative. So we don't spam your website with bad backlinks from sites in India or other country because unless you're targeting clients in that area, then there's no reason why Indian site should be linking back to you. What we do focus on are local relevant sites. So if there's a local blogger in Birmingham, Alabama, or somewhere in the state of Alabama who is, they focus on financial services, that would be a great backlink opportunity for you. And then we would just build out that plan over a course of several months so that you can close this gap with some of your competitors. And that brings me to the end of the video. Again, my name is Leonard Parker. I am the owner of Financier SEO. We are a digital marketing agency based in Houston, Texas, and we focus specifically on fee only independent financial advisors and financial services professionals. Uh, my team, we have a team that consists of members from all over the world, but our headquarters is here in Houston, Texas. SEO is in our name, but we do all aspects of digital marketing, including social media marketing, content marketing, so helping out with blogging. We also do email marketing, pay-per-click advertising, and we also build lead generation funnels for our clients so that you can get new clients and pretty much press the on switch and everything will be automated for you. And we don't only focus on helping you get new clients. A big part of any successful business is maintaining relationships with your current clients. And through our content marketing and email marketing strategies, that's our focus: client retention and client engagement. Myself, I have 6 to 7 years of experience in the digital marketing industry, with the last 6 or 7 months focused specifically on the financial services industry. Um, and people ask, "Hey, what's your why?" I don't really have a background in financial services, or I'm not a CFP or anything like that. But I learned at an early age the importance of financial literacy and just having a plan for your finances. I was able to graduate from the college of my choice without a cent of debt, and I've been able to start multiple businesses just from cash flow. And I owe that all to proper financial planning and really just having a long term plan and goal of how I wanted to um, prioritize my finances so that I'm able to accomplish my life goals. And I think that it's a skill that's definitely needed. And I think there are many individuals, families, and businesses out there who really are looking for services such as yours. And so that's where I use my digital marketing expertise, helping advisors like you connect with more of the people that need your expertise. So that's my why. Anyway, Donna, I hope this video has been helpful for you. I hope you learned something. I have included a button at the bottom of this video so that you can book some time with me. And I'm happy to learn more about Westband Financial, just your background, the unique value that you offer clients, and just explore any potential opportunities that we have for working together in the future. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.